consisting of 3 La Vista officers, 3 Papillion officers, and several Sarpy County Sheriff's Department members. What we're going to show today is brief. It's a few videos, and believe me, there are many videos. The idea behind it is I've been told by the county attorney's office that it's believed in the very near future, probably weeks, not in a couple weeks, but weeks, not months, there'll be a grand jury, and we want to make sure the information that they're given isn't tainted by us giving you too much information. So at a later date, when the grand jury comes up, there may be other information that's available. You'll have to contact the county attorney's office. But I will tell you that there's a multitude of evidence. Several in-car cameras that aren't being used, at least 4 of them, as well as body cameras. We have just enough to show you what the deputies went through, why they responded the way they did, so you get an idea of why we're releasing them to go back to work. And obviously, as you know now, as an officer-involved shooting. I will start. I'm just going to play this through. I may say a few things. I'm going to run 2 videos for you, and then we can go back and articulate a few things on them. Additionally, before you leave, you can see Lieutenant Core, who has a copy of all of this for you. You just need to give your name, and he'll give you one. With that, you see this, that's the house right there. And at the back of the house is Highway 50 to give you some perspective. And down to the bottom, towards the bottom, will be SAP letters and the CIA. That's the front of the house, obviously during daylight hours. Behind that tree is the picture window. And we'll get to that in a little bit. These are the deputies that were involved. You have Sergeant Matt Strickler, Deputies Ricardo Chavez, Kirsty Gaskell, Zachary Coleman, and Deputy Nicholas Harper. I want to stop and tell you that they responded, acted courageously, utilized their training, and the deadly force that was used, I have no doubt, saved lives. Probably one or if not both of the girls, neighbors that were in the line of fire, as well as each one of them and other responding deputies. And in my book, they're heroes, each and every one of them. This is the first video. This is the body video of Deputy Kirsty Gaskell.
What do you want, Stripes?
Hey, that front door looks like it's locked.
It's cracked open, yeah.
Hey, we're moving to this white car right here.
Yep.
This white truck?
Yep. White truck.
White truck. Somebody give me overwatch. Give me 1 long gun on the house. I need 2 with me.
Got it.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Guess what? Hey, this.
515 shots fired.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Shots fired!
Give me overwatch! Right there. Take a shot! You guys got a shot? Take it! Take the shot!
Where is he at?
Are we still in front?
Where is he at?
Got it? Right there.
Where's he at?
06, send that go. You got shots fired.
Hey, give me 1 long gun up front. Keep a long gun up front.
Before we go on, I do want to tell you that, and I said this the other day, but this call came in shortly before 3 o'clock. The address is 8718 South 143rd Avenue. They were given information by dispatch that Rebecca, the mother, had been shot by the father, and certainly while they were en route, they were also advised that at one point Rory, the father, had the gun on Kirsten, the daughter. The next video is an in-car camera that shows you a little bit different angle, pretty much the same thing, and that's this.
Call takers on speakerphone with the male attempting to get him to put the gun down. Shots fired. Shots fired, 03. 04.
$656, 950. I'm standing by if you need me.
06, send everybody. We got shots fired. Alright, shots fired.
Okay.
All units be en route. 8718 South 143rd Avenue.
Daylight shot. You can see the front picture window. You can also see this is the point that the deputies were tasked with trying to keep the suspect at bay in a very small area there. I'll also tell you, the suspect took the first shot with a high-powered rifle. I'll show you that in a minute. The glass was blown out, and each time one or two of the deputies could articulate that the suspect was leaning out the window with the barrel of the gun pointed at them. And obviously the shots that were fired by Deputy Chavez kept him at bay. He was rendered incapacitated. That's just a shot picture you saw earlier, and we'll go back to it. The final deputy that arrived was Deputy Harper. He was running from his cruiser, which is back here, I believe, down here. A shot was taken. He dove for cover. That shot actually went through a garbage can and into this cruiser. And it said, I believe that their actions saved not only possibly the two girls, but the neighbors. This guy had a high-powered rifle. We'll see that in a minute. It is not stopped by police officers or a sheriff's deputy's vest or their body armor. So they were keenly aware that they were up against somebody who had quite a bit of firepower. Obviously, that's Rebecca, Rory. Now that gun was found in Rory's hands upon entry. Obviously, for safe reasons, they removed that. I just wanted to show you a picture. It is a high-powered rifle. It's a Remington bolt-action 270. And again, those rounds, even the first round that was fired, being stopped by that cruiser, and then him being stopped, probably saved other people's lives. In totality, Rory fired about 6 shots, I believe, several downstairs prior to the incident being called in. I believe Rebecca was shot twice, and then he fired the shot at the deputies. And after he did that, I have no doubt his intent was to continue firing, and their actions prevented him from doing that until, again, he was rendered incapacitated. If you want to roll through this again, and I'll stop at certain areas and show you. First video, this is body cam again. 4 deputies are already on the scene here.
21 straight.
Hey, that front door looks like it's locked.
It's cracked open, yeah.
Hey, we'll move into this white car right here.
Yep.
This white
car.
truck?
Yep, white truck. Somebody give me overwatch, give me one long gun on the house. I need 2 with me.
Got it.
Now, shortly here you can see Deputy Harper running up to meet up with the other 4 deputies. Probably got to play it again, right? Sure.
Thank you.
You got $5?
I work at TV. How many different body cams were active during this of all the officers?
Obviously, the 5 people here all had body cams and they were all on. 3 more officers respond in a very short period of time, and they all had body cams too. So you have a total of 8 right there. You're only seeing 1 body cam. And you're also only seeing 1 in-car camera.
Right, but you have multiple in-car.
We have multiple. It's just been decided that by virtue of this possibly going to a grand jury very soon, whatever we can save for the county attorney's purposes, that probably would be better. Good?
What do you want, straight?
Okay, that front door looks like it's locked.
It's cracked open, yeah.
Okay, we're moving to this white car right here.
Yep.
This white
car.
truck?
Yep, white truck. Somebody give me overwatch, give me 1 long gun on the house. I need 2 with me.
Got it.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Guess what? Hey, this.
Right there.
514 shot fired.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
You want to run again?
Okay, you can just tell us what was going on there.
Yeah, you can see the glass breaking out. That was the shot fired from Rory out the window. And I will tell you that enough of the window was shattered that Rory, or the suspect, kept leaning out the window with the rifle pointed at the deputies. 2 of them articulate that fairly well. Additionally, you saw, I think it was Deputy Coleman with a shield. I would also add that Remington 270 would go right through that shield. So this is what they're up against. And the other thing I don't want to forget to tell you, from the first shot that was fired by Mr. Gaskill to the time they entered the house was 2 minutes and 2 seconds. They knew exactly what they were doing. They acted professionally. They had no idea if Rebecca was still alive and in need of medical attention. They entered the house. They immediately determined that she was deceased, and they did the same for Mr. Geiger, removed the weapon. They were able to get the other daughter, Kimberly, out of the house at that time, the 14-year-old. You don't see it on here, but Kirsten, the 19-year-old daughter, came out the garage.
Had he fired 1 shot at this point or multiple shots at this point?
Him?
Yes.
He had fired multiple, but 1 shot at our deputy. And he actually only got off 1 shot at the deputies the entire time. So, and there was 1 in the magazine, or excuse me, 1 in the chamber, and 3 more in the magazine, and he had access to 10 more rounds. So,
Any idea how many officers fired?
1 officer,
How many shots?
about a dozen. What's that? There's
Call
the
takers
deputy.
on speakerphone with the male attempting to get him with the gun
Now
down.
arriving, he's going to join up with them right here.
Number 3, shots fired. Shots fired, 03. So far.
That sound is a flashbang. It's thrown in the front yard. These are the final shots by the deputy. We believe the flashbang.
656, 950. I'm standing by if you need me.
A few minutes to have these people be able to reposition to a safer area.
06, send everybody. We got shots fired.
Fire, shots fired.
Okay.
All units be en route. 8718 South 143rd Avenue.
I would add a few things here if I can. Number one, you don't hear a 911 tape in its entirety by any means. It's Sarpy County Dispatch as well as the Omaha Fire Dispatcher. That's something that will be held back for the County Attorney's Office for grand jury purposes. But numerous times in there, they're told that the gun is now on the older daughter who's present. Mom, again, has been shot. We believe with everything that happened, each and every one of those deputies is a hero. They responded as they should have. They used deadly force when they had to. And we're very fortunate. They're very fortunate. It's sad that it ended in the way it did, but it saved lives. Add one thing too. Our Sarpy County Sheriff's Foundation, which is the Everly Walden Victims Memorial, did donate some money to both of the girls, Kirsten and Kimberly, to pay some bills because obviously they're in a situation where their mom and dad are both gone. So. Any questions?
Could you repeat who was the officer that hired?
Yeah, that's Deputy Ricardo Chavez.
Can I have you restate what you said when the deputy's pictures came up? Could you just restate what you thought about the response?
Under the circumstances, after reviewing the evidence, it's not what I think, it's I know. They acted certainly heroically, each and every one of them. Their actions saved lives, probably, if not one or both of the girls. I showed you the high-powered rifle. If he had gotten off a number of shots, we don't know where those would have ended up in that neighborhood, let alone the deputies that were there, which were looking down the barrel of that gun more than once. And I know you brought up how many shots were fired. Each one of those volleys was when that gun reappeared and the individual came out the window. And he articulated at some point, you probably couldn't hear it, but I'm looking for movement, I'm looking for movement. He saw movement again, and he fired again.
So did Chavez fire twice?
I'm sorry?
Did the deputy Chavez fire twice?
No, he fired one time. Oh, excuse me, who?
The deputy that did the fire.
The deputy fired about 12 times.
Like one volley, or he fired?
But two separate volleys.
3 separate volleys.
3 separate volleys, okay.
And again, between each time, he waited to see if the suspect would reappear, and he did.
And could you repeat what you had said about the flashbang?
Yeah, fortunately, Sergeant Strickler, who's also on the SWAT team, had a flashbang. I think his intent at the time, they thought when they arrived, I don't want to speak for him, but my guess is he thought at some point they're going to have to make entry. That would be useful if they needed to use it inside. But being that shot took place, he immediately threw it in the front yard. We believe that distracted Mr. Geiger to the extent that they could reposition. And like I said, within 2 minutes of that first shot, they went in the house.
So there was just only one deputy that was firing into the house?
That's correct.
So at this point, is it clear whether the shot that deputy Chavez fired hit Rory or whether he took his own life?
I'm sorry.
At this point, is it clear whether the shot that deputy Chavez fired hit Rory or whether he took his own life?
Yes, it's the shot that the deputy fired. It's believed to be in those last 5 shots. All right.
So
anybody else?
how much time passed from where this ends until the officers entered the house? Could you divulge that?
2 minutes.
From the end of the video that you showed us?
If there's a time frame, I can tell you, but it's a total of 2 minutes and 2 seconds between the time you see the shot that was taken at Deputy Harper until they went through the front door.
Have all the deputies been cleared and are back to work?
They have, and they will be back to work. It's a matter of some being on their days off, that kind of thing, but each one of them has been cleared. Again, I would add, I'm very proud of them. I know the department is. They acted heroically. Their training kicked in, and I have no doubt what they did saved lives.
Have any of the deputies in this situation or the sergeant been involved in other officer-involved shootings prior to this?
That I know of, no. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Oh, excuse me, I misspoke on the girl's name. It's Kennedy, not Kimberly. It's Kirsten and Kennedy. Kennedy's the 14-year-old. She was still in the house, and the minute they attended to both the victims, Rebecca and Rory, they got her out of harm's way and out of the house.
Do we know how the girls are doing?
We have kept in contact with them. I think they're doing as well as can be expected at this point. They've gone through a huge undertaking. Hopefully, this was a loving family at one point. Obviously, Rory had some mental health issues. I told you last time we were there about a month ago. And this is how it ended up. That's unfortunate. But they have a great number of people from West Side, friends and family that are supporting them. So, all right. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. You can see Lieutenant Core, and he'll hand those out for you.